Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. All right, we got Teslin Figaro here. Teslin, good morning.
Good morning, DJ NV and Charlamagne the God. Happy to be back.
Yes. Now, some quick sports. I know Major League Baseball, the All-Star Game is happening. Yesterday was the last game, so the All-Star Game will be happening this weekend. So, salute to all the All-Stars out there. I know Aaron Judge pulled out because of a toe injury. Now, let's talk about this judge considers releasing an alleged January 6th rioter arrested near Obama's home. What's going on with this?
Yeah, update on this story. Federal prosecutors told a judge Thursday they are considering additional charges against an accused January 6th rioter who was arrested while looking for the Washington, D.C. residence of former President Barack Obama. Now, the Justice Department is seeking to hold Taylor Toronto in custody pending trial because they believe he is a flight risk because he was living in his van, which contained a machete, a steering wheel lock, 2 firearms, and hundreds of rounds of ammunition on the day of his arrest. Now, the judge will decide on whether to retain him or not on January 12th. Now, the deal with this story is the judge is wrestling with the decision to hold him because they say he's a U.S. Navy veteran, but he's been currently charged with only 4 misdemeanors, including knowingly entering the U.S. Capitol and engaging in disorderly conduct more than 2 years ago. But while he was in President Obama's neighborhood, he filmed himself saying that he was on the hunt for interest points and he wanted to get a good shot, a good angle and a good shot. And so according to the court documents, after Donald Trump posted Obama's address on social media, he said, we got these losers surrounded. See you in hell. That's what Toronto said about Obama. So this is a really, really disturbing story.
So if Trump posted his address on social media, how come he's not being charged with doxing? Because that's illegal.
Yeah, well, just to get some clarity, more context to that. So it was January 29th when Donald Trump did post what he claimed to be Obama's address. He allegedly posted the address and then the guy headed over there. Now, as far as Trump getting into trouble, it does depend on your jurisdiction. They said it depends on various factors, the intent behind the action. Sharing someone's address may not be necessarily illegal depending on where you are. But if you're using the information to harass, stalk, threaten, or threaten someone, then that could certainly be illegal and lead to legal consequences. So I did some additional research to see the difference in Florida and DC. And in Florida, it definitely can be a criminal offense. So we'll see if this what comes out of this.
I thought it was illegal to do it anywhere if you don't have the person's consent. Like you can't post somebody's email or any other personal information without their consent.
Because it is kind of public knowledge, right? Because you can Google a lot of these addresses, right?
Yeah, it says literally it says the laws that protect individuals from harassment, stalking, and invasion of privacy. Under Florida law, harassment can be a criminal offense if someone posts your address online with the intent to harass or intimidate you. So it's all about the intent, not necessarily just posting it. So it just depends on a lot of different, circumstances that are involved. But this one, you can create a direct link, to say, hey, he posted the address. This guy then retweets that information, literally says, I'm going to, we have you surrounded. We're talking about a clear cut case. So it's going to be really interesting to see, how this all plays out.
Man,
cyber stalking.
Add doxing to Trump's charges, man. And did we find out whose cocaine it was in the White House yet? I was hearing about that on vacation the whole time. What happened? Whose cocaine wasn't in the White House?
I'm sure we'll talk about that next hour. But, the White House has so many damn cameras and nobody knows who cocaine that was.
By the way, if y'all think that's the first time the White Horse was in the White House, y'all out y'all damn mind. All right? There's been cocaine in the White House since the beginning of the time. They had cocaine in the White House before they was adding Rihanna's makeup to it. Okay.
Absolutely. And I could do, if you want to do a quick update on it, again, cocaine was found in the White House. Secret Service agents found traces of the illegal narcotic. And so they've been trying to figure out, whose it is and was it dropped on a private tour? Was it any of the past sons? Was it Hunter Biden? Was it Donald Trump Jr.? That's what the comments say. So we're going to see what's going on with that.
It's the White House. It's Washington, D.C.
Yeah, but
it's elected officials, it's government workers. Like there's so much people sniffing cocaine in the White House. Yes,
that's like somebody smoking weed in the White House.
That's happened too.
Jesus,
these are humans we're talking about. You do realize that, right?
All those cameras everywhere. I'm sure there's cameras in the bathroom in the White House.
Well, clearly they knew where to go to sniff where ain't no cameras.
Jesus,
that's how you know it's been happening for years. Let's go in this little room over here. Ain't no cameras over here, bro. And clearly somebody got startled. Because they just left their
They just
line.
left it, got
They
out
just
of
left their
Dodge.
pack right there. Somebody got
That
startled.
had to fall out of somebody's pocket. Somebody went and grabbed their phone and it came right out of something
I
like that.
just want to know, was it pure cocaine?
Oh,
though?
still.
Was it Fenty free? Was Rihanna's makeup in it or not? I want to know.
And that
Page
is
of Jesus.
front page news. Tez, we'll see you in a little bit.
Absolutely.
Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Tell us how your week was. Did you have vacation? How was your 4th? We didn't speak to you in a minute, so call us up right now. Again, 800-585-1051. Hit us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. We got Teslin Figaro back with us.
Absolutely. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Now, let's talk about this mayor that launched an artificial intelligence chat bot for his presidential campaign. What is that?
Yes, Charlamagne will appreciate this story. A super PAC supporting Miami Mayor Francis Suarez, who's running for the Republican presidential nominee, he has launched an artificial intelligence chatbots to answer questions about him. There is an example of how the AI tools, this is yet another example of how the AI tools will be used in the 2024 presidential campaign. Now, the bot was unveiled by SOS American PAC, and it listens to users' questions and matches them with video answers. The bot's mouth moves in a way that is not quite human-like, but it says things like, "Hi, I'm Mayor Suarez, and I am running for president. How can I help you?" Some of the questions did stump the bot, prompting the screen to read, "Sorry, I did not understand." So now they are literally using these AI bots to pretend to be presidential candidates. So that should tell you what we can look forward to in 2024.
Yeah, it's amazing to me how humans are just giving their lives away to robots. Like, at the end of the day, our brains are the only thing that separates us from artificial intelligence. So why would you let artificial intelligence think for you and talk for you? like why? Why just give your life away to a robot? I'm not with that.
Now, let's also talk about this obese passenger complaining about 2-ticket purchase policy.
Yeah, interesting story. I wanted you guys feedback on this to see what people think about plus size travelers who are saying, that airline policies requiring them to get extra seats is discriminatory. So there is an influencer by the name of Jaylyn Cheney, and she has brought this to folks' attention to say that she should not have to pay twice for the same experience. She says that plus size travelers are not asking for special treatment. They are simply asking for dignity and respect from the airline that someone in a smaller body would receive. She is asking folks to sign a petition to say that, this should be something that is regulated across the board that allows, that is going to, I guess, do fairness for folks who are morbidly obese. Right now, there's various airlines that some charge, some do not. Sometimes they give the money back, if they see that the second seat is empty. So I tried to look up a couple different policies to see, was there something uniform across the board? And so that's what she's fighting for, asking for something uniform across the board so that people don't have to pay extra. And critics are saying that if the passenger's not paying extra, then it will fall on the taxpayer. So you guys travel a lot. I am a Southwest, as Charlamagne calls the Greyhound bus in the sky. By the way, shout out to Southwest. None of my flights were canceled last week. But what do you guys think about obese customers having to pay an additional charge?
See, as a frequent flyer, I'm a million miler, a Delta, shout to Delta. I understand what they're saying, because if you sit this next to somebody obese, they're taking your seat as well. Like some of their legs, some of their ass, some of they're taking some of your seat. So they should have to, I would say, kick in on that other seat, because you don't have a full seat if you're sitting next to them. But on the other side, maybe the airplane should make the seats a little bigger for obese people, so that way they won't have that problem.
Yeah. Which would.
I don't think it's discriminatory at all. I think it's common sense. If you're too big to fit in the seat,
and you got to take another seat,
then you should have to purchase the amount of seats you need. And wouldn't you want to be comfortable too? You're not going to be comfortable as a big person sitting in one seat. So not only are you not comfortable, the person next to you isn't comfortable. So you should have to purchase the amount of seats you need if you are a bigger person. That to me, that's just common sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, the argument also is that more than 41% of the U.S. population is obese. So again, they can change, like Envy suggested, maybe make the seats larger on all planes. But then again, that would be less passengers that can fly, which would mean you would require more. It's a trickle down effect. You would need more planes. We're talking about more delay, all of those things. It's not just a matter of changing.
This is going to sound crazy. or have an obese section where there's a certain area in the plane where the seats are bigger for bigger people. Just like they have, like they hold certain seats for handicap, just in case they have handicap, because it's easier for people to get in and out. And they have first class seats. So I don't want to call it an obese section, but a section where there are seats on the plane that are bigger for people that are a little bigger.
Why should the planes have to change though? Like why can't the plus size?
Because 41% of the population is big.
So make a change in your diet. Make a change in your habits. Like whenever you want to fit into a nice outfit, you can lose weight to fit into that nice outfit. So why not lose weight to fit into a plane seat?
Because it's not just a small percentage. This is a large percentage of America is big.
Okay. What are we doing here? Didn't Michelle Obama have a whole campaign about dieting and eating healthy and everything?
That's like designing a car. When you design a car, you don't design it for a small population. You design it for the mass. So the seats will be bigger.
If I'm designing for the mass, then I'm not designing it for the 41%, Envy. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's 60%, but 40% is a lot of people, and a lot of people. It's not like it's a small percentage.
You said the mass.
You design the
60%
seats.
60% would be the mass in that situation.
But you design the seats for the bigger population, because 41% is the bigger population. Well, it's a big population of people.
You just contradicted your whole point. If you said I'm designing things for the mass would be that 59%.
Well, but 41% is a huge population as well.
They are a huge population. That's the whole point of the conversation, Envy. Are you not following?
Shut up, man.
Well, I do want to say this. Air New Zealand, they are doing a survey right now where they're actually having people weigh themselves before they get on the plane.
That's wild.
So, yeah, because they're trying to see, and they said the number doesn't pop up in front of everybody, but they're trying to, do a study to see, does it make a difference? Could they make a difference if people are heavier? Because they got to look at baggage they got to carry, cargo, is it a safety issue? So I think this story is going to keep popping up. So Air New Zealand, they're weighing folks now. So
damn. Well, salute to everybody out there that's on the heavier side. I would think that y'all would want to be comfortable when y'all get on planes.
But it's expensive. Like, the flight's $500, and now you're spending $1,000 to get to Florida. That's a lot.
It is expensive. It is expensive. But guess what? So is being obese. Because after a while, when you get older, there's going to be a lot of health issues that happen. Your doctor eventually is going to tell you there's a lot of things that you need to change about your lifestyle and your diet. And that, too, gets expensive. So I just don't understand, why not, make some of those choices now.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Teslin Figueroa. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Salute to BET.
And make sure you check out Teslin Figueroa's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network. Go subscribe to it right now and follow her on Instagram and Twitter at Teslin Figueroa.
All right. Well, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. We're talking Keke Palmer and her boyfriend. Her man was upset that, she was dancing with Usher and Usher was serenading her. And, she put her arm around Usher's neck. How would you feel, fellas, if that was your girl? 800-585-1051. And women, would you do that? Is that disrespectful? Let's have a conversation this morning. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.